anything you need for Halloween, this is Haunted Skull, and today guys I am back with the big prop from Asda this year. It's a 5-foot animated haunted doll. It's actually got a much smaller box than I thought, which is really good, so it definitely won't take up a lot of space in storage, but as you can see it says George Horror Emporium animated 5-foot haunted doll. I'm so happy that a Horror Emporium theming is back. As you know, I really love this theme, and it couldn't be any better. And it is £74.96, it says at the top right there. We do like, once again, how we went back to the orange packaging. It brings back so many memories of years ago at Asda. And yeah, as you can see, it says spooky sounds and movements. And down below is a picture of the doll, and it looks really good. As you can see, here's a side view of the box with a picture frame of the doll once again, and on the back basically just a plain side with one of the characters on, this little ghost guy kind of thing. I really like the look of that, and you got the 100-day Asda guarantee on there, so if you need to take this back for whatever reason, you've always got that option. So here's a look at the top of the box, Horror Emporium, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this box open and show you everything what's inside. So here is everything out of the box, as you can see, and I'm quite surprised how small some of the parts are, if I'm honest. Like, a lot of it looks similar size to the skeleton and dog. Of course, here's the body and everything. And yeah, the arms are all posable, so of course they're in a bit of a weird position right now. Of course, you've got a couple of little poles there. One's going to be a torso pole, and a couple will be legs and the base poles. And of course, you got a crossbar support right there. And these are the two side poles that go either side on the base to make the rectangular shape. So here's a look at the instructions. I'm just going to give you a look at both sides. So as you can see, there's not really that many parts to it. So the part you've all been waiting for, guys, let's get on with the setup. So to start off, you're going to grab one of these poles. This one is labelled A. And what you're going to want to do is grab one of the little C poles that you get about 4 of them of, and you're going to want to connect it into the end right there by pushing the button. And once you've heard a snap, it is locked into place just like that. So the other side, you're going to want to do exactly the same. As you can see, we're kind of making the shape of it up now. And as you can see, very simple. You're going to want to grab the B pole next, which is the other side. And of course, align it with both of the poles you just put in. Yeah, and then literally just connect it up. Hard doing it with one hand, but I just want to show you how to actually get it together on camera. Right there. So now you're just going to want to place that structure on a flat surface, and make sure the silver buttons are facing backwards, so this all goes together right. So now you're just going to want to grab the rest of the C-poles, put one of them either side because these build up the legs. You can see the legs aren't really as tall as you'd actually think. And then, of course, the crossbar support is kind of like the last bit of the structure to the legs. As you can see, this piece right here, labelled D, and you want to connect that either side. You want the part that kind of leans out facing the back, so of course it will actually it will give it a bit of a more realistic body structure. And finally, you're going to want to grab the E pole, which is the torso support pole, as you can see, and attach that on top of the crossbar support. And once you've got that done, there's one more step, and that is of course getting the body on. So you're going to want to roll up the dress so you can actually locate the pole connector inside there. It's just very simple, and of course there's little cutouts either side, so you can't really put it on the wrong way around or whatever. So we're just going to want to sit here literally on that pole, and the 2 notches on that torso support pole will lock it into, or not lock it into place, but make sure it faces the front or whatever angle you put it at. So with that done, I'm going to pull her dress down out of that weird pose that I've been put in when she was in the box, and I'm going to try and get her to look like how she's positioned online, because I really like that pose. So yeah, that's how to set up your Asda doll. Of course, if you've got any questions, pop it in the comments, but let's get on with the review. Here is our 2025 Asda life-size haunted doll fully set up, and she looks awesome. Like, seeing her straight off, she looks something like straight out of Curse at Alta Manor or something like that. I really like how she looks. She's basically about 5 foot, so she's about to my shoulder, I think. I'll give you a size comparison in a minute. But she looks great, like, even better than online. Of course, there's some bits I'll talk to you about, because of course this is practically just a big version of the doll we saw last year, but regardless, she does look great. So let's give you a look at that head sculpt first. As you can see, it is a complete resculpted head. It looks a bit different, quite a bit different to last year's actually, but you can see her sculpted in cracks. I'm not going to lie, I do prefer the 3-foot version's head, just because of how more detailed it is, because I think this one could have had some paint around them cracks, but around the eyes I really like the painted in tears. She's still got the hair, of course, nothing different with that, and her lips are painted. She actually isn't crying like the other one. She's kind of got more of a stern face, as you can see, which is really creepy in my opinion. Her hood actually does have these little rings around it, so of course it gives her the shape and makes sure you can't really pull it down so you can see the skull face. And she's got this little collar to hide the mechanism. And she's got this really nice little bow tie that kind of comes from the cape and everything. Overall, the materials are really good, I think. Like, it's made out of this really nice cotton material, very similar to the Edwardian Butler, I must say. And it comes in 2 pieces. There's an upper bit with the tears in, and then there's a lower bit which actually goes down to most of her body. And another detailed bit from her is her hands. These are, once again, are new resculpts. As you can see, I'm not going to lie, they do look quite realistic. It's just the seam line that kind of puts me off, but they do look really good actually. They do strike me as real hands from quite afar, so quite happy with that. Of course, her arms are posable, and she does have a little orange try me button on that hand. And next part to talk about is her dress. Of course, it is a bit of a different material to the cape actually. Like, I think I remember the 3-foot doll having the same material as the cape. But at the bottom you got these nice little endings, this kind of like mesh material with little floral patterns in it. It looks really good. Here's a look at the side view. Here's a look at the back. And now I'm going to undo her Velcro and show you the control box. As you can see, there's a little battery compartment where she takes 3 AA batteries, and the coolest feature is that this actually does have a volume control. Like, she goes extremely loud on full volume actually, and when I first got her, she actually made me jump a little bit hearing how loud she was. But she's got a 3-way switch as well, where you can switch her to sensor, to off, to demo. On sensor, she does have a much longer phrase, and demo she has the kind of like cut short phrase, just like the small one had. And before I show her, yes, she does have the same phrase as last year's one, but of course she has that much more amplified audio, and I think she's just generally a bit creepier. There's the other side, and yeah. Now the part you've all been waiting for is the demo. So let's show you the demo mode first, and then get on with the sensor mode. So without any further ado, let me show it to you. So there you go guys, there is the Asda's 5-foot haunted doll in action, and she's really good. I like that face switch animation. It's very much the same as last year's. It is a little quicker, I think, but not too different. Of course, it's a bit of a shame she doesn't have one of her arms move up to cover her face to hide that animation. That would have been so much more effective, and it would have really added to the mystery of this prop. Of course, she has both sides of the eyes light up, and of course the skull face is just really creepy. I really like that sculpt. It's the same as last year's, but I think it's a bit of a paler finish. Her phrase is also really cool. I like how it starts off with her crying, and then in the middle of the phrase her face changes and starts turning demonic all of a sudden into the skull face. I think it's a really creepy concept, and it kind of gives off Jekyll and Hyde vibes, if I'm honest. And with that alone, I think she's definitely one of Asda's more terrifying props. The fact that she's got volume control as well really adds to this prop. She goes extremely loud. A big question on everyone's lips though, is this prop worth £74.96? And in my opinion, as a straight up answer, I'd say yes. But as a starter, she is Asda's most expensive modern life size they've sold. The skeleton and dog was £10 cheaper at £65, and you actually did get 2 props with that, whereas this one you really just get 1. But what really you get of this prop, her quality is really good, her build is good, really happy with that, very easy setup, good animation, really creepy audio, and the fact her box is really nice and small, so she doesn't really take up much storage. Definitely does make her a good value prop, but with her being £74 and her only being 5 foot, it can seem quite pricey. But when you think of some of the selection we've had this year, there isn't really too much to choose from. That's good quality in the UK. Of course, we've kind of been bombarded with a lot of Sunstar life sizes. I know we've had some good ones like the Rising Clown at a range. The Backbend Lady's quite decent as well from a range, but yeah, I think this is one of the props that is above the majority of the things we've seen this year. And over many years, I have brought practically all of the Asda life sizes, and even Pan Asian Creation ones that are the same company as this, and I have full trust that this is definitely going to last and it won't be durable, and of course going to be very effective, which is always the main factor. Okay guys, here is a comparison between me and the Asda 2025 doll, and she's just about 5 foot I think, so just about to my shoulders, so not a bad size really. Of course she'll be great size for scaring people who are like scaring small trick-or-treaters, and of course like it'll definitely catch some people off guard, this size prop will, which is really good. I'm really happy with her, if I'm honest. Like, I think Asda are finally starting to realise like that we're enjoying these kinds of props. Like last year, a lot of people brought the 3 foot one and they made a big version. It's similar to the Rockin' Horse dolls. Like they've sold them since 2020 or 2021, and they've made a big version of her, which is getting brought back this year. This is one of my favourite life sizes from Asda. Regardless of the price, if she is one of the more expensive ones, I still recommend you go out and get her. She is really cool. Okay then guys, let's give you a look at some of the other things I got from Asda this year alongside her. Of course, we've got the 3 foot dancing witch, which I finally got because I did miss out on her last year. I'm so happy she's back. And we got the animated tombstone, which I'll review next. And finally we got the Groundbreaker or Tabletop Reaper. He's really cool as well. I was quite curious about him, so I ended up getting him. But all these props look great together. Asda have really knocked it out of the park. As far as we know, like so far, there's like 9 animated props, which is one of their best years in recent years. Like other years, we've had a lot less, and knowing Asda, we will have more surprises. That is probably something we can definitely expect when it comes to closer to the end of September. But with what we've seen so far, I'm definitely going to be getting a couple other things. Like I'm interested in the 1 foot doll with the candle, and also the hanging clown guy, the greeter. He looks really cool. But yeah, I've really enjoyed giving you guys a look at this doll, and I'm so happy I got her so early on. Ever since the leaks, these have been in stock right away, so make sure to get on the Asda website. I'll link absolutely everything that we've seen in the pinned comment down below, so you guys can make sure to get these things early, or if you prefer, just wait till they're in stores, because I think I'm going to hold out on a few things so I can actually see them in stores, and of course have the novelty of getting them. And I'm just really excited to see all these amazing new items in stores, and also see that Horror Emporium logo be brought back and put out through the aisles, and we'll have to see what amazing theming they end up coming out with this year. So yeah guys, put in the comments down below what you think of this life-size doll for this year. I personally really like it, and definitely Asda, you are doing a really good job this year. I'm really happy that we got another life-size of this quality. So I'm definitely going to be reviewing most of Asda's animatronics this year. Loads of them I am really interested in. Definitely will be reviewing the Tombstone next, and then the Groundbreaker Reaper, and then the 3-foot Witch. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and remember, anything you need for Halloween, this is Haunted Skull.